Hello and welcome to Homo Politicals Enterprise TV. I'm pleased to be your host today. Well, making my debut and expect to see this face on a regular. Kingsley Bassey is my name. Maybe not a good way to begin this union, considering the nature of my voice today, but hey, not to worry. In coming days, we'll get this sorted and maybe we can reintroduce ourselves. Again, Kingsley Bassey is my name, and welcome again to Homo Politicals. Glad to be here. On Homo Politicals, we'll discuss everything politics. Some of the biggest stories in the country and around the world you'd find here. We'll break things down for you, bring all of the newsmakers and many more to discuss that here. Welcome again. Today, we'll be speaking on this alleged defamation battle between Dele Farotimi and the senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Babalola'S. Well, just recently, the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee deduced reasons why it cannot revoke the license that allows embattled, controversial author and activist Dele Farotimi to practice in Nigeria. The legal body held that it lacked a requisite jurisdiction to delve into issues relating to the allegation of criminal defamation and professional misconduct, which were brought against Farotimi by the law firm of Chief Babalola'S, the Advocate of Nigeria. That chambers is called Emmanuel Chambers. Now, the law firm had, in its petition, urged the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee to debar Farotimi by removing his name from the roll of legal practitioners in the country. Well, that was contained in a 90-page petition dated December 6 and signed by a partner in the firm, Ola Faro. It was alleged that Farotimi violated certain provisions of the rules of professional misconduct for lawyers in his contentious book titled Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. Well, that book has, cost quite a lot this past few weeks. But let's get down to business. I'm joined in the studio live with me here by broadcast journalist Henry Igwebuki. Good day to you. And
Thank you so very much for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Joining the conversation virtually at this time is a legal practitioner, barrister and solicitor for the Supreme Court of Nigeria, Evans Ufeli. Evans, thank you for joining the conversation.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's get down to it. And I'll begin with you, Evans Ufeli. This is your forte. This is your jurisdiction. Even though the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee says they have no jurisdiction to debar Farotimi. Let's begin first with the role, the job that the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee, the role that they play within the judiciary. What do they stand for? What are their responsibilities? And, before we get down to the crux of the matter.
Well, the disciplinary committee of the NBA, of the Nigerian Bar Association, have a critical responsibility to play in safeguarding the professional ethics of lawyers in Nigeria. The law profession is one that comes with a lot of disputes, because first, lawyers are trained to resolve disputes or to make an attempt to so do. Okay, so when a lawyer is now found wanting, that committee was set up a long time ago to make sure that the professional conduct, the ethics of the profession is upheld, and that whatever lawyer who goes against it will be dealt with and punished accordingly. But this committee, or the disciplinary committee, was not set up without jurisdiction. It was set up with jurisdiction to discipline lawyers on specific issues, not every issue under the sun. Okay, where a lawyer, spends money that, okay, the committee have jurisdiction to discipline the lawyer to that effect.
You have to go through that again. You were trying to say when a lawyer spends what?
When a lawyer spends funds that belongs to a client,
okay,
and the client reports to the committee,
okay,
the committee have right under the law to discipline that lawyer, even to the extent of debarring that lawyer, or to take his name out of the rules of legal professionals in Nigeria. However, the lawyer have a right to appeal from the disciplinary committee to the Court of Appeal.
Okay.
To determine the case, yes. So when a lawyer is found drunk and misbehaving on the streets, bringing to disrepute the nobility of the profession, the committee have a right under the law to, discipline such lawyer. When he generally acts in ways that that disparages the profession,
yes,
okay, the committee have a right to step in. It is not in every situation that the lawyer is expected to be debarred. It is tied to the intensity of the offense so committed or the allegations so made against the lawyer and the rest of that. The bottom line or the summary of it is that the committee exists to checkmate, guide, protect, and enhance the professional conduct of lawyers.
Okay.
For judges, it is the NJC.
Yeah.
Okay? It is the NJC that look at their conduct. Because if you have a professional body without ethics, without professional conduct, without professional code, the tendency is that you will have violation. Even in the medical field, they have it. Yeah. Even in journalism, I believe they also have something of that semblance. Every profession have that. And for that of lawyer, because lawyers actually are very, very involved in societal issues. Now, the chamber that went to that petition delivered to me got it wrong.
I'm sorry, I was just going there. But before we get there, just sorry to cut you here. Just to take this step by step, right? You have started to say already that they got it wrong, but to put things in general context so that the viewer can understand this better, we can educate Nigerians better, is alleged defamation. The case to take to the disciplinary committee of the Nigerian Bar Association.
Yes, I get the fear. I've used the word alleged defamation, okay? Because no court have found him guilty of any such offense. Yeah. And I'm wondering why they are taking the matter to the disciplinary committee. Why is the same matter is already before the court of, because both institutions cannot litigate and relitigate. Both institutions cannot litigate pari passu the same subject matter. Okay, that is one. Two, the offense so committed does not fall within the jurisdiction of the committee because it is not spelled out in any of that. He has not been found guilty also of the said offense, the offense in court. So going to the disciplinary committee to have a professional colleague debarred for me was a misdirection of anger or misdirection of what to do. That is not the right thing to do. You've already put up a criminal complaint before the police. The police have commenced, prosecution, and in the mix of that, you are still going to the disciplinary committee to have him debarred and the rest of that. I don't think that is fair enough.
All right. I'll come back to you in just a bit. Let me turn to Henry now. Henry, just to mention before you comment, is that Farotimi has since met his bail conditions, and he had this to say. The first comment by Dilip Farotimi. Immediately, let's take a listen to this.
The thing I need all of you to know is this: I am not unmindful of the sacrifices that you have made to be here today. May the grace of God find and locate you wherever you are. Amen. It is not ever an easy journey when you are fighting evil. Yes. But some years back, before I started this work, God told me very clearly, and I heard it very clearly. It says, once have I spoken. Once has he spoken, twice have I heard. He says, the truth is enough. It is the only weapon by which you can slay the monster called Nigeria. The truth, nothing else. In my public advocacy, in my fight and my wars against this evil empire that we all live in, I have never lied against anyone. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. That's true.
Alrighty, so there you go. Dele Farotimi's first comment since meeting his bail condition. I turn to Henry now. Yeah, what do you say about what's happening at the moment? Yeah, the matter in court, yet the law firm of the very well revered Chief of Babalola'S still decided to go to the disciplinary committee for some sort of justice, I suppose. Do you consider that, and I say this respectfully, do you consider that some partners in that law firm are being overzealous, or as Ivan said, this just doing too much?
Well, I might not have a clearer understanding of what goes on with in the judicial space, in the judicial ecosystem, but one thing I know for sure, there's this media maxim that says journalism is not a crime, oppressing it is. And I would love to mirror it to activism, because that is what Dele Farotimi stands for. Activism is not a crime, oppressing it is. And in so doing, I would love to maybe quote from section 39 of the Nigerian Constitution, which says that it says section 39 of the Constitution guarantees the right to freedom of expression, provides as follows, that is, every person shall be entitled to freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impact ideas and information without interference. Now, if you go through the book, I've not had the opportunity of equally, perusing through the book itself, but from what Dele Farotimi had said, even prior and post, he said he has never at any time, made lies against anybody. Now, whatever it is he has, of course, put into that book was what he believed was the truth from his own perspective. So whatever the law firm of Afe Babalola is waging against him, it's highly suspect, I would love to believe. Right, which of course needs to be scanned to really know if it's even good enough in the first place. Oh,
well, that is in court. That is in court, and we'll leave that there. But let's focus a little bit more on this petition, the 90-page petition to the disciplinary committee. Do you think that was necessary?
Well, I do not think it is necessary, going by the much I know. Maybe the barrister can explain better, on the ethics of the job, what are those ins and the outs, that guarantees defaulting on your area of specialty, which of course is law. I do not know the content of the 90-page petition against Dele Farotimi, but I would love to believe that whatever it is, I would rather love to speak from the angle of freedom of speech, right? The desire of any patriot is to hold the feet of those in power to the fire, and that is what I think Dele Farotimi is doing at this particular point. He feels there are areas in the judicial ecosystem that needs to be purged, and that is basically what he is doing. In other climes, the people would have maybe applauded him while seeking into to understand what exactly it is he is talking about. But in the case of us in Nigeria, we're not doing that. So I do not know where this will pan to, but of course, as the legal battle goes on, we will understand better.
Let's talk some more about that legal battle, Ivan's, right after this very short break. Do stay here. It's still very much on Homo Politicus, Enterprise TV. Don't stray your breath. Thanks for staying tuned. This is Homo Politicus. Kingsley Bass is my name, and doing this alongside this beautiful day, Ivan Stufeli, barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, as well as Henry Igwebuike, broadcast journalist. Let's continue the conversation. By the way, we've been talking about the alleged defamation petition against Dele Farotimi by Manuel Chambers. That's the law firm of the renowned senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Babalola'S. Well, that petition has been rejected by the disciplinary committee. That's the legal practitioners disciplinary committee, saying they have no jurisdiction for that. Let me turn back to Evans Ufelu, who joins the conversation virtually today. Evans, would you commend the disciplinary committee for this, for rejecting, or more like saying they don't have, for the move they've made, saying they don't have the jurisdiction, especially considering that we're talking about a legal heavyweight here? A lot of Nigerians believe that legal heavyweights, the top brass, whether in politics, whether in the legal ecosystem, would always have their way. But with what the legal practitioners disciplinary committee has done, they have completely rejected that permission. Would you commend them for that, the committee? And do you think that this might be close to that chapter, or the law firm could come back for more?
Well, legal heavyweight or whoever heavyweight or whatever heavyweight, I mean, they will not always have their way. Not in the legal profession, because there's something about jurisdiction in law. A judgment, however beautifully delivered, without jurisdiction goes to no issue. Any institution in the judiciary or anywhere that wades into a dispute for the purposes of resolution or discipline without jurisdiction goes to no issue. So whether I commend the disciplinary committee or not, it doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter whether I commend them or not, because the truth is that they don't have jurisdiction on the matter under reference. Whether the petitioner brought a 90-page or 1 million-page petition, which is nebulous and incomprehensible, they have no jurisdiction. They have no jurisdiction, and it is good that they put that forth early enough that the act itself does not constitute any form of jurisdiction on them. And parties, however deep they are into conflicts, cannot confer jurisdiction on themselves. Or parties, however grievous, parties or a party in a dispute, however pained or aggrieved, cannot confer jurisdiction on an institution to hear the matter against the adverse party, just so that the adverse party can be punished on allegations of defamation and wrongdoing. That will not happen under the law. Okay? So let's be clear on it. The issue itself, okay, an alleged defamation. First, we should know that there's a constitution that guarantees freedom of speech. How be it that the freedom of speech is not absolute, but there's a constitution that guarantees freedom of speech. So if someone has made certain utterances and you think those utterances were not supposed to be made by that person, and there's a constitution that guarantees freedom of speech, then you need to take that person on the basis of law, litigation, go to court, to have that expression criminalized, or to have it placed under the purview of civil wrong, which is tort, and demand for compensation. So that is where jurisdiction lies. You understand? We are already condemning the fact that a police complaint was brought as against a civil suit. We are already saying that. And that's because criminal defamation is still in the criminal code. Otherwise, the step they took was even in itself, okay, disconcerting, was not the right step that the SAN took in the first place. But we will say that they can go ahead because this criminal defamation is still in our legal system. It's in our legal system. But that you know how sedition was abolished in the country. Sedition is when you make such derogatory statement against a government. And then defamation is when you make such statement against a citizen. So sedition was abolished because it conflicts with the fundamental rights of Nigeria to freedom of expression in Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution. As at that time, they did not extend it to criminal defamation. Otherwise, criminal defamation by now ought not to be in our law books. That is why some states have decriminalized it. Lagos State, those states, and one other state have decriminalized it, because defamation is actually, a civil wrong against an individual. Right. That individual, the onus is on him to go to court to litigate and clear his name. But where you now subject state resources using state apparatus to now prosecute defamation, what you are doing is that you are taking the responsibility off yourself and place it on the state, using state resources to go after someone who you allege have defamed you. Evans, so that is why it's not a good thing.
Evans, we've got to go in just a bit. Very quickly, I'd just like you to comment. And, well, again, this is not to undermine the good job that legal practitioners do. You yourself won. But do you think that the mere knowledge of the fact that the committee has no jurisdiction to handle such a matter as alleged defamation, especially because, as you've said, this matter is in court, yet a partner in the law firm wrote a petition to the committee, do you think that this sort of brings in itself to disrepute the legal profession? In 60 seconds.
It doesn't bring the legal profession to disrepute. The legal profession have come out to direct the issues rightly. Okay, it happens. Sometimes you file a case, the court will tell you that, are you sure I have jurisdiction? The court will say so. Then you'll be fronting that yes, you have jurisdiction. The court will say, okay, come, file your process and address me on jurisdiction.
Okay.
I want to be sure I have jurisdiction. So before the substantive suit, we'll go file our brief addressing the court on jurisdiction. The adverse party will file. The court will rule on it first. The law is that if a court or a quasi-judicial body or a panel is faced with the issue of jurisdiction, it must first of all assume jurisdiction to resolve the issues of the jurisdiction. That's what the committee did. It took it from him. Okay, that is assuming jurisdiction, and looked into it, and then declared it has no jurisdiction. So whenever a court is faced with the issue of jurisdiction, it is the duty of the court to first of all assume jurisdiction to determine whether it has jurisdiction. It has no jurisdiction to make a declaration to that effect. If it has jurisdiction, to make a declaration to that effect and commence the case.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Let me turn to Harry as we close. The decision, call that a verdict, if you like, by the committee, does this give hope to the common man? Because for some time now, as a matter of fact, there's a huge chunk of the population of Nigerians who think that this is some form of persecution. Do you think this decision from the committee would give hope that there is still justice, or one can still find justice in the judiciary?
Very well said. I think this is one decision that I think has given Nigerians reason to believe in the judiciary in Nigeria. The battle, the fracas between Dele Fayotimi and Affair Babalola is not new. We've had the issues of Chief Gani Fawemi and Dr. Olu Onagorowa, two best friends, okay, who of course went their separate ways when Dr. Olu Onagorowa served with the government of General Sani Abacha, and then there was this rift, between Gani Fawemi and Onagorowa. Now, none of them, of course, went on defamation case against one another. Rather, what Gani Fawemi did was just like what Dele Fayotimi did, was put down in a book all what he thought was wrong with his friend serving with the administration of General Sani Abacha. Now, as a counter, Olu Onagorowa equally went on the pages of the Guardian newspaper at that time, did an awesome 3-part series countering what Chief Gani Fawemi had done. Now, this is the form and the manner I think these legal great people should, go against themselves, than rather go into the court and making a mess out of what Nigerians revere as a wonderful place to be as lawyers.
All right, that maybe is a fine place to leave things today. Homo politicus. Well, some historical lesson there from Henry. Maybe there'll be more time in coming weeks for some more history lessons. But yeah, that is the conversation today on Homo Politicus. Many thanks to Vance Ufeli, barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We appreciate your time. Henry, thank you so much.
Thank you as always.
Yes, that's Homo Politicus today. Well, we're back next time. In the meantime, do stay safe. Kingsley Bass is my name. You find our social media platforms on your screen. Make sure to follow. Until next time, goodbye.